Hello, Central York Middle School. Today we are going to learn about inequality and inequality vocabulary. So you are already familiar with inequalities. Back in elementary school, you used the shark mouths, and you might say 4 is less than 10. You could also say 4 is under or below 10. 4 is fewer than 10. These are all inequalities to show that 4 and 10 are not equal. Likewise, you could say that 10 is greater than 4, or 10 is more than 4, or greater than, or is higher than. And these are all inequalities that you are used to. Today, I'm going to introduce two more, and that is less than or equal to. So I might say something like, the book is less than or equal to 7. It means it could be 7, but it could also be $6.50, or it could be $5. The other thing I could say is the book is greater than or equal to. And these are shown with the line underneath. Some other things that you are familiar with, and I'm sure you have seen these, are not equal to, not the same as, or different than. So let's go ahead and take some notes. So an inequality tells you about the relative size of two values, and the symbols that we use to represent them are greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, and less than or equal to. And notice when we have the equal to, that there is a line underneath the sign. So let's talk about how we would graph the inequality. When I am graphing an inequality, I put at least 3 values on my graph. I put a number above, a number below, and the number that I am graphing. The number that you are graphing is what x is compared to. So x is less than 2. The number that the dot is going to go on is 2. And I would put a 1 here and a 3 up here. And then I look at what number makes this true. So 1 is less than 2. So I am going to shade in the direction of the 1. And you might say, well, why don't you put your circle on the 1? Well, remember, $1.99 is less than $2. $1.90 is less than $2. So that's why we put the circle on the number, and then we shade in that direction. So now x is greater than 2. I'm going to put a number above, a number below, and then put the circle. So now we're talking about a number that is greater than 2. Well, 3 is greater than 2, so I'm going to shade in that direction. And again, $2.01 is larger than 2. So that's why the circle is on 2. Now this time, the inequality is x is less than or equal to 2. So again, I'm going to make sure I have a number above and a number below. And now this time, 2 can be part of the equation. It can equal 2. So now I'm going to put a closed dot. I'm going to have a solid dot. And again, because it's less than, I'm going to shade in the direction of the 1. And then x is greater than or equal to 2. So I'm going to put a 1 and a 3. I have the closed dot. And then I shade in the direction of the 3. So greater than and less than are graphed with an open dot. And greater than or equal to and less than or equal to with a closed or a solid dot. So an open dot or a closed dot. Okay, let's continue on to the next page. So let's take some more notes. You have been working with greater than and less than signs. You have also worked with the greater than or equal to or less than or equal to signs. For example, x is greater than or equal to 6 means that any value 6 or greater would work for x, and is graphed as shown below. So when we are graphing inequalities, the less than or greater than sign is an open dot, and when we include that equal to sign, that is a closed dot. So let's take a look at the first one. We are saying x is equal to 5. So I make sure that I include 3 numbers, the number I am graphing, one above and one below. And in this case, x is equal to 5. You just put the solid dot, and that is all you do because it shows that it is equal to 5. For number 2, we now have x is greater than 5. So again, I put 3 numbers. My number that I am graphing goes in the middle, which is the 5. And now x is greater than 5, so I have a number below, a number above. 6 is greater than 5, so this is going to be an open dot, and I graph in the direction of the 6. For the next one, again, I'm going to write 4, 5, and 6. Now this time x is less than 5. Open dot to show that 5 is not included, but 499, 480 would all be included. And I shade in the direction of the 4 because 4 is less than 5. For the next one, x is now greater than or equal to 5. So now 5 is included in our graph. So I'm going to have the closed dot, and I shade in the direction of the 6. And this time 5 is included. So the value meal at McDonald's is greater than or equal to $5. It means it could be $5, it could be $5.25, it could be $10, it could be $20. And for the last one, we have x is less than or equal to 5. And again, I need to make sure I have 3 numbers. The number that I am graphing, which is 5. And this time 5 is also included. And I shade in the direction of the 4. So for this next graph, we have 45 is less than or equal to the temperature, and the temperature is less than or equal to 75. So this could be perfect for right now. We're saying the temperature could be 45 or greater than, but it's not going to be any more than 75, but it could also be 75. So how do we show a graph? And most things in life are actually like this. It has a beginning, it has an end. For example, the book could be greater than $10, but less than or equal to $20. So you would have a definite beginning and start. It's not going to keep going. So this time, because of space, I'm going to actually start at 45. I'm going to count by 5s, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, and 75. And since these are both closed dots, the temperature could be 45 or higher. It could be 75 or less. And then I graph everything in between. All right, we use an open dot when we do greater than or less than, and we use the closed dot when we do greater than or equal to, and less than or equal to. On to the next page. So now let's practice some graphing. X is greater than -2, so I'm going to put my circle on -2. And then what number is greater than -2? 0 is greater than -2, so I shade in this direction. Number 2, x is less than 5. Open dot because 5 is not included. 4 is less than 5, so I shade in that direction, and I put the arrow. X is less than or equal to 6, so this time it's a closed dot because 6 is included. And then 4 is less than 6, so I shade in this direction. X is greater than 1, so I have an open dot because there's no line underneath. and 2 is greater than 1, so I shade in that direction. X is less than negative 14, so I've opened dot on the negative 14. Negative 21 is less than, so I go ahead and I shade in that direction. X is less than or equal to 9, so this time 9 is included because of the line underneath. And 6 is less than 9, so I shade in this direction. Number 7, X is greater than negative 2. Open dot, and I shade in the direction of the 0 because 0 is greater than negative 2. Number 8, X is greater than or equal to negative 15. So the dot goes on the negative 15, and I shade in the direction of the negative 10. Go ahead and try the next two, and let's check your answers. Number 9, X is less than or equal to negative 10. So I have my closed dot on the negative 10, and I shade in the direction of negative 20. Number 10, X is greater than 16. Open dot on the 16, and I shade in the direction of the 24. For number 11, I drew my number line over. And so we have negative 1. So I have negative 1 in the center, 0 to the right, negative 2 to the left. X is greater than negative 1, so I have the open dot, and I shade in the direction of the 0. And then for number 12, X is greater than or equal to negative 3. Again, I drew my number line, solid dot on the negative 3, and then I shade in the direction of the negative 2. So I hope this makes sense to you. Please make sure you've taken the notes and go ahead and submit it, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye.